Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another thrilling episode where we uncover the hidden gems of the numismatic world. Today, we bring you a coin that might be sitting quietly in your drawer, waiting to change your fortune. First up, the 1976 United Kingdom 10-pence coin with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin could be your ticket to something extraordinary. At first glance, the 1976 10-pence coin doesn't scream rarity. It looks like any other piece of change, silver in color, relatively large in size, and bearing the proud image of Queen Elizabeth II on one side. But as any seasoned coin collector knows, it's not just about appearances. It's about the story behind the coin, its mintage, its condition, and its rarity. And this particular 10-pence coin has all the makings of a true collector's dream. Struck during a fascinating time in the UK's monetary history, the 1976 10p coin was part of the larger decimalisation movement. Decimalisation had just been completed in 1971, and by 1976, the UK was still adjusting to the new system. The Royal Mint was issuing coins in large numbers, but subtle variations, such as the lack of a mint mark, became extremely important to collectors. These small differences are often overlooked by the general public, but in the world of numismatics, they can mean the difference between a coin worth 10 pence and one worth hundreds of pounds. This particular version, the 1976 10-pence coin without a mint mark, is highly sought after because of its unique mintage circumstances. It was minted at a time when the Royal Mint experimented with striking coins at different facilities, sometimes resulting in coins that lacked the usual mint marks. The absence of a mint mark may seem insignificant, but in the world of rare coins, such a variation can elevate a coin from common to collectible. Collectors value this coin not only for its rarity but also because it marks a transitional period in British currency. By the late 1980s, the 10-pence coin would be drastically reduced in size, making the larger 1976 versions even more nostalgic and desirable. Holding one is like holding a piece of history, a reminder of the UK's evolution in coinage and design. And let's talk about the design itself. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar and regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, which was used on UK coinage from 1968 until 1984. The reverse proudly features the crowned lion, a traditional symbol of Britain's strength and sovereignty, designed by Christopher Ironside. The attention to detail in this artwork reflects a time when craftsmanship in coin design was at its peak. What truly drives up the value of this coin is its growing scarcity. Over time, many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or melted down. Some were taken out of circulation when the coinage was resized in 1992, making the original larger versions even harder to find. Today, those who own this particular coin in pristine or even average circulated condition could be holding something far more valuable than they realize. Across various numismatic platforms, this coin has already captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Depending on its condition, the 1976 10-pence coin with no mint mark can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $2,500, and in some rare, uncirculated cases, even more. That's a staggering increase in value from its original worth. For what was once pocket change, the transformation into a collector's treasure is nothing short of remarkable. Now imagine stumbling upon this coin in your childhood piggy bank, or finding it in a box of old coins passed down from a family member. That discovery could turn into a small financial windfall. That's the excitement of coin collecting, the thrill of turning something ordinary into something priceless. Many experts believe the value of the 1976 10-pence coin will continue to rise, especially as fewer high-quality specimens remain in existence. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow, demand for coins like these, tied to historical moments, national identity, and royal legacy, will only increase. So, what should you do if you come across one of these coins? First, inspect it carefully. Make sure it's dated 1976, features the crowned lion reverse, and importantly, lacks a mint mark. Then consider its condition. The better the state of preservation, the higher the potential value. If you're unsure, take it to a reputable coin dealer or numismatic expert for appraisal. And here's where it gets exciting. The record sale for a 1976 10-pence coin in exceptional condition with no mint mark has reached over $3,000 in private sales and online auctions. That's not just valuable, that's life-changing money for a piece of metal you might not have even noticed. This is your reminder that hidden value exists all around us. In the most unexpected places, even in old coins, there lies the potential for history, passion, and profit to collide. The 1976 10-pence coin is a perfect example of how keeping your eyes open and learning the stories behind everyday items can unlock opportunities you never imagined. So don't dismiss your spare change. Don't overlook the coins in your old jars, purses, or drawers. Because within that mix of metal may lie a small but powerful piece of history waiting to reward you. Next up, the birth of decimal coinage. The star of our story? The 1968 United Kingdom 10-pence coin, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but carries far more significance than most people realize. When the 10-pence coin was first introduced in 1968, it marked a major shift in British currency. The UK was preparing for decimalisation, which would officially come into full effect in 1971. The 10-pence coin was introduced early to get people used to the new system. This coin was created to replace the florin, a coin that had been part of British coinage for more than a century. And with that change came a coin that would become a collector's favorite in years to come. What makes the 1968 10-pence coin stand out even more is its clean, simple appearance, especially the absence of a mint mark. While many might overlook such a detail, coin collectors know that a coin without a mint mark, particularly from a significant year like 1968, can increase in value based on historical importance and collector demand. The coin features a majestic crowned lion on the reverse, designed by the legendary Christopher Ironside. It's not just a lion, it's a symbol of the British monarchy, strength, and resilience. On the obverse, the regal portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, reflects a nation rooted in tradition while moving into modern times. These details capture the essence of Britain during a transformative period in its currency history. Though minted in high numbers, many of the 1968 10-pence coins were heavily circulated. Over time, these coins wore down or were taken out of public use. After 1992, when the smaller version of the 10-pence coin was introduced, the larger, original versions like the 1968 issue were demonetized, making them no longer spendable in stores. But in the world of collectors, demonetized doesn't mean worthless, quite the opposite. Today, the 1968 10-pence coin without a mint mark is growing in popularity among collectors who recognize its place as the very first in the decimal 10-pence series. This first-issue status gives it a unique appeal that can never be duplicated. And with the number of good-condition specimens slowly disappearing, the value of the remaining coins is steadily increasing. Right now, depending on condition, these coins can sell for between $500 and $5,000. But that's not the end of the story. In high-grade, uncirculated condition, especially coins that have been kept protected in original Royal Mint packs or coin albums, values can soar even higher. Some rare, flawless examples have already been offered for up to $12,000 by collectors and dealers. And the potential doesn't stop there. As more people begin to take interest in UK coin collecting, especially international collectors drawn to British royal history and classic design, demand for key historical coins like this one will likely rise. The 1968 10-pence coin is not just an old piece of metal, it's a gateway to the past, and that kind of nostalgia is priceless in the hands of the right buyer. Collectors always look for first-year issues, coins that mark the beginning of something significant. The 1968 10-pence fits that exact criteria. It wasn't just a test coin or a commemorative release, it was the start of a new system that reshaped British currency forever. That makes this coin a symbol of change and innovation, which adds to its desirability. And let's not forget the sentimental value. Many people still remember receiving these coins as children, seeing them in pocket change, or watching the UK move into the decimal age. For those individuals, the 1968 10-pence is more than just money, it's a memory, a story, and a piece of their own life history. That emotional connection drives collectors to pay more, especially for coins in excellent condition. Looking ahead, the future value of the 1968 10-pence coin is promising. Experts believe that in the next 10 to 15 years, as top-quality examples become increasingly rare, these coins could be worth as much as $2,000 or more. Just imagine, a coin that once bought a bar of chocolate might one day help pay for a weekend getaway. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins in a forgotten drawer, an old coin jar, or inherited collection, take a close look. If it's from 1968, has no mint mark, and the detail is still sharp and clear, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Even circulated versions are in demand because of their historical importance, but uncirculated or near-mint coins are what truly make collectors' hearts race. So, what should you do with one of these treasures? Don't spend it, preserve it. Store it safely, get it appraised, or list it with reputable collectors or auction houses that understand its value. Because what you have is more than just metal, it's heritage, it's art, and its investment potential rolled into one. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1968 10-pence coin may no longer circulate in shops, but it continues to circulate in the hearts of those who cherish British history and rare collectibles. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner collector, this coin deserves your attention and a place in your collection. Next up, the 1969 United Kingdom 10-pence coin with no mint mark, a hidden treasure that many people are desperately searching for, and for good reason. This coin may look familiar to many of you. Silver in appearance, bold in size, and beautifully designed, it was part of the UK's early decimal coinage series. What sets this particular coin apart is not just its age, but its position in history and its growing desirability among collectors. The 1969 10-pence coin is no ordinary piece of metal. It is a time capsule from a very specific moment in British coinage. The coin was struck just 2 years before the full launch of decimalisation in 1971. The government had already introduced the 10-pence coin in 1968, and by 1969, it was firmly being used to replace the traditional 2-shilling coin. People were still adjusting to the new system, and during this transitional period, coins like the 1969 10p became symbols of an evolving economy and culture. The coin features the crowned lion on the reverse, a design created by Christopher Ironside, a name that carries weight in the coin world for his sharp, regal, and unforgettable imagery. The lion, fierce yet noble, stands proudly on the face of the coin, a symbol of Britain's strength and royal legacy. On the obverse, we see the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, masterfully sculpted by Arnold Machin. The combination of these two images on a single coin created a masterpiece that was meant to last through generations. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The 1969 10-pence coin carries no mint mark. At first glance, that might seem trivial, but to experienced collectors, this detail adds significant weight to its value. Coins struck without mint marks, especially during transitional years like 1969, often carry a unique charm. They represent the exact moment a nation was shifting its monetary system, a turning point in British financial history. Because the coin has no mint mark, its origin becomes part of a greater mystery. It is believed to have been struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, after operations began moving from London. But due to the lack of identifying marks, it is impossible to say definitively. That air of mystery only adds to the appeal of the coin for collectors, who treasure not only the metal but the story and intrigue surrounding it. Over the years, many of these coins were heavily circulated. As time passed, most of them became worn, lost, or melted down. After the smaller 10-pence coin was introduced in 1992, the larger versions like the one from 1969 were taken out of circulation and demonetized. But in the collecting world, demonetization doesn't mean disappearance. It often marks the beginning of a coin's rise in value. Today, the 1969 10-pence coin is gaining attention both in the UK and around the world. Coin enthusiasts and collectors from countries across Europe, North America, and even Asia are on the lookout for early decimal UK coins. The number of people wanting to buy this coin has grown significantly in recent years, especially among those who specialize in 20th-century British coinage. The rise of online marketplaces and coin shows has only increased its demand. Depending on its condition, this coin's current market value varies. In average circulated condition, it can sell for between $500 and $2,500. But if you happen to find one in excellent, uncirculated condition, with all the details sharp and lustrous, you're looking at a piece that can fetch up to $15,000 or more. Some rare examples, sealed and graded by professional coin grading services, have already been listed at even higher values. The value of the 1969 10-pence coin is not just in its metal or mintage numbers, but in the emotion it stirs and the historical period it represents. Collectors often pay more for coins that evoke a feeling of nostalgia, that take them back to a certain time in their lives. This coin does exactly that. It takes us back to a Britain on the edge of change, still holding on to the past but preparing to embrace the future. Many investors and collectors alike believe that the value of this coin is only going to rise. As coin collecting becomes more popular, and as more people realize the value hiding in their drawers and old coin jars, the 1969 10-pence coin will continue to climb the ladder of desirability. In the next decade, it wouldn't be surprising to see pristine examples sell for £200 or more, especially if they're part of a full early decimal collection. If you're watching this and wondering whether you might have one of these coins, don't wait. Go check your old collections, coin albums, or family keepsakes. Look for the date, 1969, and make sure there's no mint mark. If the design is still visible and the coin is in good shape, you could be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. And if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade version, don't rush to sell it. Hold on to it, because this coin is not just valuable today, it has the potential to become even more valuable in the future. As time passes and fewer examples remain in excellent condition, prices will likely continue to climb. This coin isn't just currency, it's a slice of Britain's monetary transformation. It represents a moment when tradition met innovation, when the UK began reshaping how people understood and used money. That kind of history can't be replicated, and coins from such moments always hold a special place in collectors' hearts. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 1969 United Kingdom 10-pence coin with no mint mark is not to be ignored. It is a valuable artifact, a piece of history, and a serious collectible. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone just beginning your collecting journey, this coin is one you should absolutely keep an eye on. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more hidden coin secrets, historical treasures, and valuable discoveries. And remember, sometimes, the biggest surprises are hiding in the smallest places. You could be one coin away from uncovering your next fortune. Keep searching, and keep believing in the value of the past.